Hello and welcome back to Wario Winter, an advent calendar where I'm walking through every single Wario game. Today, we're looking at WarioWare Touched. Let's get started. I was pretty excited to get into this, because usually in a DS game it can be hard to get into. Because during this era where both the Wii and the DS, Nintendo loved to shove motion controls and touch controls where they didn't belong. With that, there were so many games that could have been good but ended up frustrating or annoying because of this. But the reason I was excited about this game in particular was because the entire point of the WarioWare series is to be gimmicky. And the idea of utilizing the touch controls to play more quick microgames actually sounded like a fun idea, and I'm glad they thought the same way. These microgames are amazing. I had so much fun with the touch-based games, and I appreciate that for ease, they stuck to making the games just touchscreen based, instead of making you switch back and forth between the buttons and the stylus. Keeping it to just the stylus made all of the games far more understandable in the short time span they give you, and didn't leave you fluttering to switch. With that, the overall controls were fun and cohesive. The one thing I was kind of surprised to see is that the cutscenes were pretty watered down compared to the ones on the GBA, a less powerful console. They weren't bad by any means, but I think the ones in Mega Micro games were a lot more fluid and animated than these ones were. In relation to that, I did really like the new designs of the characters in this more streamlined art style. This translates the best into Diamond City, which looks at its best here in this art style. I also really liked the story, which, again, like last time, was simple, but I liked the overarching plot of them all making it to Mona's gig at the Hot House. This is the same kind of thing as them all getting together at the gelato store. It's a fun way to show story progression as you clear microgame packs, and also just a fun thread to tie all of the seemingly random characters together into one space. I did feel like they could have used the second screen more to make the games even more complex, because for the most part it was underutilized. Sometimes the graphics would expand out to the second screen, but very rarely did what was happening up there actually matter to the game you were playing. As I already praised though, they did utilize the stylus really well in this game, and this is very much one of the best use of the touch controls on the DS. I did have one minor complaint, and that's the music. It was fine. There were a few tracks here and there, but overall it wasn't that extraordinary of a soundtrack like the ones found on the GBA games. Maybe I need to listen to them removed from the game when I'm not stressed about winning, and maybe more of them will stand out to me. This was an amazing entry into the series. Like I've said a few times in this episode, this was one of the best uses of the touch controls that I've played on the DS. I just feel like a game like WarioWare is the perfect franchise for a piece of hardware like this. Have you played WarioWare Touched? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe while you're down there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.